Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to talk about my June Boxycharm and let you guys know my thoughts, my opinions on the products inside of there and whether or not I feel like the box was worth the $21. Boxycharm is $21 a month, which is a little bit more on the pricey side for a subscription service, but I feel like they always give you great products and it's almost always full size. There's one exception to that in last month's box, but that's not that huge of a deal. The other thing is I'm going to show you guys the products that are in my July box, so we're going to be going through those as well. The first thing I want to talk about are these brushes from Luxie. These brushes are very, very nice. I've never had any issues with any brushes I've gotten from Luxie. They wash really well. They travel really well. I think they just wear really well, so they're very well to take. They're easy to take care of. So I like these brushes. I had no problems with these whatsoever, so I loved each and every one of these. I got a duo fiber brush, which these are great for like blushes that are very, very pigmented or powders that are very pigmented, so you can kind of blend them out a little bit easier. These work great for that. The other one is a tapered highlighter brush. I love a tapered highlighter brush. I know a lot of people like to use a fan brush to do highlighting with, but I like a tapered highlighter brush because I feel like they do a better job, and I feel like you can kind of deposit the highlight in a place and then you can kind of blend it out a little bit better versus a fan brush, because a fan brush you're just going to kind of do it in a stroke. So I feel like these work best for highlighters. Then the last one here is a precision foundation brush. I did not use this for foundation. However, I did use this for setting powders and things like that under my eyes. And then if I had to contour, this is good for contouring because I feel like it's not really a flat brush. So it's not one that you have to use for foundation. Most foundation brushes I find are either like the kabuki style or the flat ones that you can blend onto your skin. So I feel like this is a brush that you can use for whatever you really want to use it with. So for me to get this in a subscription box for $21 a month, I was very happy because Luxie brushes are a little bit more on the pricey side, so that made me very happy. The next thing that I was super excited about is this palette here by Alamar Cosmetics. This is called the Reina del Caribe. I think I pronounced that correctly. If I didn't, I do apologize. But this palette is so beautiful. Like the colors on the inside of this are so perfect for summer. I feel like this is just looks like vacation. This looks like a vacation palette. The shimmers at the top here blend really well onto the eye. The matte shades on the bottom work really well as well. I did have a little bit of kick up with the matte shades, but nothing that I was like, oh my gosh, this is a terrible palette. It worked really well for me, so I feel like this is definitely worth getting. I know her cosmetics, she just started her cosmetics line, so, and I think she's friends with Kathleen Lights or she's friends with Boxycharm. Somehow I'm not sure how that worked out, but I do know that she just recently started her cosmetic line, and so if she continues to do products like this, I will definitely support her because this is an excellent palette. And I don't have my card with me, but I'm thinking this was like the $20 range, so for me that was very exciting. So I love this palette. The next thing, we're going to go with all the things that I loved, and then we'll go to the bottom things. The next thing is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. Oh my gosh, guys. If you got this in your Boxycharm and you had never tried it before, I guarantee you probably fell in love with the scent of it. I don't notice that it does anything really for your skin as far as like firming or anything like that. It does have a tiny bit of shimmer into it, but you're not going to look like an Edward Cullen's or anything like that when you go outside. But it does have a tiny bit of shimmer, so it's going to make your skin look a little bit more smoother because a shimmer reflex makes your skin look like you don't have any kind of imperfections to it, which I mean, I know when I go to the beach, I love using the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream on my legs and things like that because it makes your legs look smoother. So I really do love this, and like I said, I think this is one of my favorite products. And now that you've tried it, if you have Boxycharm as well, I'm sure you fell in love with the scent. The scent alone is what gets me for this. It's not the firming aspect or anything like that. It's the scent. The scent is so good. It's made with like pistachio or something like that. It's just really, really good. The next thing is a fail, and it's not because I feel like it's bad, it's just that it's not my favorite. So this is the Girlactik matte lip paint. So the reason why I don't like this, there's two reasons. One, because when you pull out the wand, I feel like you get a lot of like the lip product on here and you have to smooth it out very easily. If not, it bleeds outside of the lines. It's just too much that comes out onto the brush tip. So not the brush tip, but the sponge tip. So I don't like that so much comes out. Like, look, I pull it out and look how much is on there. I feel like it could come out smoother so that you're not getting quite as much. So for me, I feel like you're getting too much product and it's hard to like smooth it out. Then once it dries down, I feel like it makes my lips almost feel like I put like a layer of something over it that kind of peels off. Because this lip product will stain your lips, but in a way that it's kind of weird. So like if you rub your lips together, it'll start flaking off your lips almost like you have like a sugar scrub or something like that on your lips where it's getting the dead skin off, but it's not dead skin, it's the actual lip product. So for those two reasons, I don't love this. The color I feel like is good. The lasting power is really nice. But as far as the way that it wears on my lips, I don't love that. I don't like how it applies. So for me, this is not the best. The next thing is the Jonteblu. This is the eyeliner pencil. and this one's in charcoal. This thing is terrible. This thing, guys, is so dry. Like, it's hard to put it on your eyelids. Like, I kept rubbing it, trying to get it into my eyes, and I felt like I was going to cut my eyes. So this is just no good for me. I feel like it's not creamy enough. I don't know if maybe if you heated it up, maybe it would work better, but for me, this is just way too dry. I will not be using this on my eyes at all, so this is going directly to the trash. The next and last thing in my box was these Battington lashes. I didn't even try these because I'm not good at lashes. That's something that I need to try to perfect because I know that they do make your eyes look more beautiful. But honestly, I'm scared of them. So that's something I'm going to try to work on this year. That is my goal for this year, is to try to use some sort of lashes, at least for like when we go out to like parties and things like that, date nights and stuff like that. But I did not try these, so I will not be able to tell you guys how they were or anything like that. But so for me, I still feel like it was still worth $21 because for me, I still loved the brushes. I still love the palette, and I still love the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. So these three things together still for me valued more than $21. So I'm still really happy with Boxycharm. Like I said, I think sometimes you get products in the boxes that are not the best for you, but there's still other things in there that to me still make up the value. So even minusing the other three things, the Girlactik lipstick, the Jonteblu pencil, and then the eyelashes, even minusing these, I feel like it was a great box. So now we're going to move on to the July box. Try to wipe that off my hand here. The July box is looks like this right here. I love that they are protecting their products very nice and neatly now, because I know they've been doing this for a couple months, but this is just really helpful. And especially when you have been getting products from companies like Ulta, who tend to break your products. I have not had anything broken in my Boxycharm lately, so I'm very impressed with their packaging. So I just wanted to throw that out there. You do get a little card that's going to have all the information about all the products that are in your box. So I'm going to flip this open so I can kind of read to you guys what it says and try not to lose it for this month, because I lost mine from last month. The first thing I see in here is something from Dr. Brandt. This is the Needles No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel. I could have definitely used this the other morning. For some reason, I woke up and it looked like I had 2 bees stung me on the eyes or something like that, because my eyelids were so swollen up here. I had no eyelids whatsoever. Like, it was just one big puffy eye mess. So I'm going to try these out. I'm going to try this out and see if it works for my puffy lids. I don't know if maybe my sinuses are causing that or what's going on. But let's see what it says. It says the Dr. Brandt No More Baggage. Say goodbye to puffy and say hello to youthful. Rested looking eyes with Dr. Brandt's No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel, formulated with biomedic, I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, technology, peptides, and botanical extracts. You are guaranteed to visibly reduce under eye bags and dark circles. I don't know about dark circles, because I think dark circles are hard to get rid of. I think that's something that you either are, it's hereditary or just lack of sleep. So it says the value of this is $42. So this is a pretty pricey item to get into your box already for a $21 box. So I'm excited to try this. Most of the products I've tried from Dr. Brandt are pretty good, so I'm excited about seeing if that is good too. The next thing is something from Wonder Beauty. So this is a Wonder Beauty, is this a lash, does it say? Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. So I don't know about the packaging here, but it reminds me of Wonder Woman. Am I the only person? The burgundy and the gold reminds me of Wonder Woman. I have a shirt that's like the same colors, and that's what it reminds me of is Wonder Woman. Let's see what this smells like. It smells like a swimming pool for some reason to me. I don't know why, but it just smells like a swimming pool, like the plastic swimming pools. So let's see what it says about this. It says, this award-winning black and intensely glossy mascara will bring your lashes to new heights, literally. The Unlashed mascara volumizes, lengthens, strengthens, and conditions your lashes while using a combination of gentle ingredients. It says it's $24. I know you can purchase this brand here on Sephora, so if it's something that I end up loving, then I know that I can purchase it there. But it says that this is supposed to do lots of things for your lashes as well as conditioning them, so I'm excited to see if it does anything at all for my lashes. I'm not good with mascara. I am terrible at mascara, so we'll have to see. The next thing is something from Chella. I've gotten several things from Chella before, and actually their products are very nice. So this is the Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. Ooh. A cream for your eyebrows? I'm not so sure about that. Let's see how this opens. Or does it? What in the world? Okay, so there's a little thing at the bottom here. That's where the bottom opens. And then I'm assuming that's the cream itself. And you twist that back in. And then this is the brush. Okay, so it's a brush with a little cream at the bottom. It's kind of like the Benefit one that they have where you dip the brush in. This brush looks a little thick for me, I feel like. I feel like the brush tip is very thick. So I'm not sure how well that's going to do with drawing in brows. But we'll have to try it out and see anyway. It might be great. It might be not so great. So we'll have to try and see. Let's see what it says about this product here. It says the Chella Beauty Eyebrow Cream, and add some wow to your brows. This innovative eyebrow cream effortlessly defines and shapes your eyebrows with its creamy consistency and built-in brush. The velvet-like formula makes blending easy, then sets, giving you perfect brows that will last day and night. It says $26 is the value of this, so we'll have to try it out. I know we got the one from, oh my gosh, who is the one? Volition? No, not Volition. Oh my gosh. It's the one that came in the cute little pot. That one's really good, so hopefully this one might be just as good. The next thing is something from Note Cosmetics. Note is something that I've recently saw on Costco. So if you're looking to get some products from Note Cosmetics, I saw them on Costco's online website. So I don't know what this is. This is a Luminous Silk Compact Blusher with argan oil. Ooh, that sounds nice. It might be lovely for my dry skin. So let's see. The packaging to this is very simplistic. Nothing real fancy to it. Let's see. Oh, the blush is pretty. So there's what the color blush looks like. It's a very nice color blush. And it's got a very nice mirror built in here too. So you'll be able to see as you're putting on your blusher, though I don't know if I've ever used a blush to put on my makeup. So like the mirror to one. But that's cool that it has one. It says Luminous Silk Compact Blusher designed to work for all skin types. This luminous paraben-free blush adds natural color to your cheeks while preventing dryness with its argan oil infused formula. The built-in brush and mirror makes this a little compact and a 3-in-1 treat, perfect for the charmer on the go. A brush is in here? Oh, underneath there's a little brush. So there's a little brush in here as well. So that is really cool that it came with a brush as well. It reminds me of Physicians Formula than the way that it's packaged. Physicians Formula is known for having little brushes like underneath the compact as well. So I'm excited about trying this out now. So it says this is only $11.99. That's not a bad deal at all. So if it's good, then I know that I can get some affordable blushes. The last thing in here is something from Crown. So this is a Crown, what is this? In a bubble wrap. Oh, let's get it out. My muscles. I need some muscles. All right, here we go. So this is a Crown Pro. It doesn't say on the outside what it is, so I thought maybe it would give me a hint, but it doesn't. Crown Pro. Oh, it must be a eyeshadow set. So here is a Crown Pro eyeshadow set. So these look very, very pretty. It reminds me of the Milani set that I just recently purchased. It reminds me of that. That's what the color scheme reminds me of. It reminds me a little bit Anastasia as well. This is intriguing. It's very pretty. So Fuego and Eyeshadow Collection. Made up of rich, warm-toned shadows, these creamy, highly pigmented palette gives you exactly what you need to create infinite, flawless eye looks. The 4 shimmer shades perfectly complement the 6 matte shades, making this palette for all your glam goals. It's $29.99 is the value, so that's kind of pricey for Crown, but you know, it could be really good. It could be worth it. It does have a mirror in here. The packaging is nothing fancy. It's just a plain cardboard packaging, nothing fancy to it. So I'll have to try these out and see what they look like. Let's go and give a couple of these a swatch. Let's do the first row. Here we go. There's what the first row looks like so far. Oh my gosh, look at that one, guys. That one's really, really pretty. So far, I'm kind of impressed. So far, I'm impressed, that's for sure, because I was not thinking that that color would be that beautiful, but it's actually really pretty. They do have a little bit of kick up, so they seem like they might be a little bit powdery, but I feel like you could work with that. That's not a problem. So I'm excited about trying this out. Let me know if you want to see an eye look using this palette. I'll definitely do that. Or if you want to see an eye look using the Reina del Caribe palette as well. So that is everything in my July Boxycharm. So I feel like everything in here looks pretty interesting. I'm excited about trying everything out. This mascara is very intriguing. This eyeshadow palette is very intriguing. Hopefully this helps with my baggage that I have going on. And then the Note blush, and then of course the brow. So we've got pretty much a full face almost here. So that's pretty cool that you can almost create a full face besides your foundation with the products that came in this month's box. So that'll be very interesting. Maybe I should do a get ready with me using all the products to see how they work together. Let me know if you want to see that, because that might be pretty fun. Anyway, I'd love to know if you get Boxycharm as well and what you think of it. Did you get the same products as I did, or did you get something different? I know sometimes they switch things around and give you different things. Let me know, did you get something different? Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.